Hi, happy Thursday. How are you? Are you good? Yo, I went and ran today. Um, I'm just gonna wait a little bit and then we will start. So yesterday I was watching this live from Sarah. She is on Books and Rhymes on Instagram. Has a podcast called Books and Rhymes, and she started with a song. I love that. Are you still working? Oh, my chest has opened up, and I think it's from the running because I haven't ran since May. Yo, but yes. Yesterday, you must actually check that live with Books and Rhymes, where she encourages people to read wide and read like across races, across continents, whatever. Just read wide. um, Today, I don't actually have a. Let me see, because I wanted to. Okay, let me pin this. I'm gonna pin this, and then we will start with the reading. So I decided not to read from a book, because I've been reading from books for a while. So I wanted to. The biggest find. Okay, so Kumbu says, I'll check. I'll check it out. The biggest find for me was reading Asian literature. Wow. Okay, so Sarah's here. Hi, Sarah. So I started with a song. And then I started telling everybody that yesterday I was watching your live. So Sarah was just encouraging everybody to read wide and read like across cultural, just read. So I liked that. I started with a song. Sarah, I'm gonna inbox you the link to this. Okay, you must listen to this. Simpiwe Dana is amazing. So yeah. Anyway, I was just in a happy mood because I ran just a few minutes ago, and I felt like, you know, but it actually gave me so much energy. I'm glad I did it. I haven't done it in a while. I'm not reading from a book today. I'm reading from, I don't know if you guys can see the pinned comment. I'm reading a short story by the Mourning Bird author Mubanga Kalimamukwento. She contributed to Doek magazine, which is a literary online Namibian literary magazine. If you haven't been checking out Remy's Instagram, this was started last year. I just only started getting onto it recently. So I'm going to be reading a short story from that. I actually don't have, I didn't plan to read anything today. Except I've got news. I got my delivery from I actually have it on my stories. I got it from Bookshelf Sale, from Shazia. Shazia just started Bookshelf Sale, so check out on Instagram Bookshelf Sale. I got this for like cheap, and it's new, like still new. See, brand new. Very, very cheap. And she initially she had like a 20% starting sale. Yeah, and she's loading books online like weekly actually. So I got it like within a few days. And I think she is in Cape Town. I'm not sure. Yes, but yeah, that's what I got today. And I got Books for Mo from Ethnic Kids. We're going to be reviewing. I can't wait. So this book, gosh, I'm so excited about this. This is a coloring book, but there was How Many Ways Can You Say Hello? There was a book like this was her first book, and we got this. So I'm really excited about all of these, which we will review probably on Saturdays for those of you who have little people in your lives. But yeah, that's what I got today from Bookshelf Sale, at Bookshelf Sale on Instagram. There are some good books. But yeah, you must check out, turn on your notifications, and then you can actually get that. So I'm gonna tell you about Doek, which is a free, independent, Pan-African online literary magazine, which is produced in Windhoek. And the founder is the eternal audience of one author, Remy Ngamije. So this author is spearheading this awesome literary magazine, which is actually taking submissions now. So if you are a short story writer or photographer or whatever, they're taking submissions. You can check them out on Doek. I think it's Doek Lit Mag on Instagram. Yeah. So I'll be Doek Lit Mag on Instagram. Check that out. There's great short stories. There's nonfiction as well. But yeah, I just wanted to put you on. I didn't want to read from a book today. So yes, I'm going to be reading from Mubanga's. So I will be facing this way, but I will, maybe let me do this because I want to read facing you guys, since it's on the laptop. So it will be beautiful again, but I'm going to read Mubanga's bio first, and then we will start with the story. I just wanted you to have a taste of the author that is Mubanga. I don't know if you guys have read this book, but yes, this is The Mourning Bird, and it won the Dinaane Debut Fiction Award, which is I think I'm not sure, I need to actually check that out. But yeah, let me read her bio and then we will start. Okay. Mubanga Kalimamukwento is a Zambian writer. Her debut novel, The Mourning Bird, Jacana 2019, won the Dinaane Fiction Award. She won the 2019 Kalemba Short Story Prize and was shortlisted for the Nobro and Bristol Short Story Prizes. Her work has appeared in the Red Rock Review, Dreamers Creative Writing, The Advocates for Human Rights, Two Sisters, The Mentor, Sin City, NG, Overland, and many other places. And Doek, obviously. And she's an alumna of the Hubert H. Humphrey Fulbright Fellowship and the Young African Leaders Initiative. She is a current MFA candidate at Hamline University. And yeah, she's a criminal lawyer. So yeah, and on the back of the book it says she has been writing stories since she was 10 years old, to cope with the grief of losing her mother at a young age. And she's a mother of 2 boys and a fellow at the Young African Leaders Initiative. So that is the author of this book, and I'm going to be reading that. Hi Bubby, hey friend. So my friend, the glow, it's courtesy of you. I mean, what are you talking about? Hey. Okay, so Kumbu, you must let me know what Asian literature you've been reading. Hi Sintatu, hi everybody. So let me go up and read. I hope it'll fit into the 20 minutes, 30 minutes that we have. So the short story is called It Will Be Beautiful Again. And it asks, how do you cram a lifetime of lessons into one moment? And then it starts with 1, Kapa, Kaapa. Hi Tsuku. It wasn't always like this, stuck in a metal prison disguised as a hospital bed. There was a time when your throat thirsted for cold Fanta and sizzling hot vitumbua straight out of the frying pan. It wasn't always tablet after massive tablet pushed down with sugary milk in a plastic cup stinking of leftover detergent. Before the sickness burned your blood into flames, it was beautiful. Remember? When you wore too much powder over the film of glycerin and wiped away the little brown river sliding down the side of your face as the sun beat down on Lusaka, you would moan about the humidity. Oh my God! You'd fan yourself with a flimsy handkerchief, its white cotton muddied with your melted makeup. If it's this hot in April, we will have to walk naked in October. You'd guffle. How do you say this word? Guffaw. I don't know. Do you guys read like that, where you just highlight something and then if you're reading online and you just search? I do that. I'm sorry, guys. You'd guffle, that magnificent laugh, seeping between, oh, maybe it's laugh, seeping between your red lips, spilling into everyone's ear, forcing their heads to turn in your direction. A loud and hearty laugh. Okay. Remember, Benzu, when you could slip your dainty feet into polka dot kitten heels, which you'd bought for a steal in a pile of salaula at Soweto Market. Your heels clicked through long hospital corridors into wards just like this one, with baskets filled with a dying relative's cravings, jolly juice, bananas, big jars of strawberry yogurt. Did you even glance at the posters plastered to every tree trunk on your bus rides? Did you think the big red plus over the skeleton would one day hang over your own head? When the doctor said tuberculosis, did he also mention how quickly it would slither into the rest of your body, sucking the flesh from your thighs, chest, and face? No. Sorry guys, let me just switch off my sound. Okay. When the doctor said tuberculosis, did he also mention how quickly it would slither into the rest of your body, sucking the flesh from your thighs, chest, and face? No. Which man had left more than the stink of sex in your 2-bedroom flat in Kabwata when they left? Torn boxer brief Mwanza or forgetful Mwale, who let you discover by bumping into him, his wife, and 3 children buying groceries in ShopRite that he was married? No. Maybe it was Nyambe, a high school English teacher like you, whose "I will marry you soon" never came. You grind your teeth together and dart your eyes around the room, trying to find a visible target for your rage, since none of them has been to see you. What if it was Chipego's father? The last time you saw him, he sweated on top of you in a musty lodge behind the university. What if? You gulp air. What if it was you spreading it every time you flung your head back, moaned as your thighs spread in front of you? No. Your eyes land on the voile curtains, the same color as the sky, when the window, gaping wide, allowing chatter, chirping, pollen, the fresh air into your hospital room. The droning TV, as usual, regurgitates international news. Clinton and Blair on BBC and CNN. The door is closed. To your left, someone stirs. Your grandmother. "Oh, Kappa. Oh, Kappa claps. You are awake." the obvious. She fiddles with the porridge bowl, smells like ground nuts and butter. Then the bottle of pills and adjusts herself in the seat to reach your mouth with a spoon. You scowl, blink back hot tears. Kolia, please, she begs you to eat. The meal was once your favorite, cooked with mealy meal and milk first thing in the morning before you went to school. Sorry, guys. But you aren't 7 anymore. The supermarkets and Dundembas now stock sliced bread, buttercup margarine, and mixed fruit jam in loud red cans. The sores in your throat won't allow anything but porridge through to your stomach. You drop your chin to your chest and keep your gaze on the spoon between your grandma's wrinkled fingers, feeding you until the bowl is empty. Ene, good. She pats your head gently and fluffs your pillow. Now you have the strength to take your medicine. Another chore for your tongue, even when they are crushed and diluted for you to drink. You nod. You whisper, where is she? Atinzi, Kappa asks, furrowing her graying eyebrows. Chipego. You cough out your daughter's name. Where is she? Her answer is to lather Vaseline into the cracks of your lips. Pumuna, she insists. Even a little rest will do you some good. Does she believe that rest will take away sores in your throat, fever, and swollen groin? She stands and tucks the starched sheets around you. You want to claw out and scream. No. You want to slap the toothy smile off her face. Gapa pushes hair from your forehead, rubs talcum powder into your chest, and wobbles back to her seat. She picks up her hymn book and sings a song. Sena Muna Kamubuka, Sena Muna Kamubuka. The melody pacifies the flames in your head and reduces you to the infant Kappa could once swing over her back and wrap into a chitenge, quelling your screams when your mother was away until you slept. Now you are sorry guys. Now you are a 32-year-old woman, a high school English teacher, the mother of a 10-year-old girl. Your sight grows foggy, your face relaxed, your lids fluttering open and shut, head swaying to the tune. Sena Muna Kamubuka, Sena Muna Kamubuka. Are you sleeping? Wake up. You are sleeping. Wake up. That was the first part. So I'm reading an essay by Mubanga. Yo, guys, I went running. So my I don't know if it's my throat. It's not even my throat. It's my chest is open because I haven't been running since May. So I just read the first part of this essay by Mubanga Kalimamukwento, who is the author of The Mourning Bird. Yeah, that was painful. So she doesn't wake up. Or maybe she does wake up. That's for us to actually conclude. But that was the first part. That is 1, and it's Gapa. I wonder, what does the name Gapa mean? Okay, I'm going to read the second one because there's 4 parts. Is there 4? Yes, there's 4. No, there's 3. So let me read right until I finish it, and then yeah. But we still on It Will Be Beautiful again. How do you cram a lifetime of lessons into one moment? Ms. Weiner says, running to pile the Discovery miles, I see. Yeah. Oof. I'll have some tea after this. Okay. Bama. The lullaby carries you to a dream, flinging you back 10 years. It's 1988 again. A humid Friday with the unfulfilled promise of rain. You have yelled until your voice is raw, wobbled the narrow corridor, naked, gripping the walls for something that will pull the pain from you. Yet still, the waves continue to come, longer and stronger each time, gripping your back and then your stomach, tying it up into knots, like fikuti braided too tight on a little girl's head. Any other Friday, you'd have been seated on the banks of Goma lakes. You'd be in Bible study with other students from the Christian Center at the University of Zambia, where you should be completing your bachelor's degree. Instead, you are here yelling, "I'm dying, and help me." And an irate nurse charges at you. Chongo iwe. It's the fourth warning she's giving you. She pressed a plump finger against her mouth. Some of your friends who have already done the work are trying to sleep. She grabs you by the arm and leads you back to bed. "Please, sister," you beg. "Check again." She rolls her eyes. "Last time," she says, snapping a fresh pair of gloves on. "Ready?" "No," but you nod. Her face grows tender, showing where the lines have aged it around her mouth, creeping from the corners of her eyes, on the bridge of her nose. "I know," she says, taking your other arm with less force, "but it will be over soon." You howl when she digs her fingers into you. Try and reserve your energy now, eh? You will need it to bring your baby into the world. She cocks her head to one side as if she wants you to answer, and for a fleeting moment, you wonder why the white rectangular cap on top of her patted down afro doesn't move. You stutter. "I want my mother." The nurse smiles and whispers, "I know." If not for the searing ache in your core, you'd purse your lips or click your tongue. What does she know about Bama? Or her anger if she knew you'd been sent back from your teacher training at St. Joseph Shivuna Girls Secondary School because you were pregnant and unmarried. Her tiny body would implode. She'd grab your ear and shout, "What will I do with you, Benzu?" She would remind you of the time you were 16. She had to go against her Christian beliefs to pay a nganga to concoct a brew to turn the baby inside you into menstrual blood. She would tell you how she had risked her reputation among her sisters, friends, and the other wives whose daughters didn't return from boarding school carrying pregnancies along with their food trunks and school books only for you to do it again. "Shall I swallow you and carry you around in my stomach forever?" she'd lament, reminding you how hard it had been for her, widowed in her 30s and raising 2 daughters alone. For what? Only for you to be so troublesome, always dropping out of trees as if you were a boy who had grown up in the village instead of modern cities, like Mufulira and Ndola and Lusaka. You would hang your head and let your mind wander into some distant place, probably Achebe's Umiofia, in a front row seat to a wrestling match, until Bahama's rant ended with, "Try to be like your little sister, eh?" Yet, as the nurse instructs you to hold your ankles and keep your knees spread apart, you crave Bahama's fingers rubbing your back. You want her to wipe the sweat dripping out of your braids onto your face. You want her steady voice to remind you challenges were a test of character, to count the adversity you have surmounted so far, like being born prematurely just in time for Zambia's independence and surviving alone in the hospital, feeding on a bottle of breast milk she had pumped by hand and stored in a neighbor's fridge for a week before your parents could bring it to you. You wish it was her voice saying, "Push and rest," or that she was about to cut you, to give the baby's head more room. Bahama should be in this cramped ward with you, seeing her first granddaughter, making her loud entrance into the world just as the humidity finally relents and makes way for the rain. When the news reaches Bahama and she walks into your ward, there is no rage in her tight smile. You are no longer worthy of that even. She has boiled the anger, simmered it down into clipped reminders of this latest mistake, a living, growing thing. "Is this what my granddaughter is wearing?" your mother said on her visits, clicking her tongue and shaking her head. "She looks so thin." She'd hand you a box of Itzamoors. Relief is the split second when the dream disappears back into your mind. You wake and remember where you are. Your eyes flicker to the white walls, white floors, and white door. Bahama's face peering into yours. Never mind that you'd been penning. Sorry. Never mind that you'd been pining for her as much as you had been for your daughter. Forget missing the way she cooks kidney beans, adding the onions and an extra scoop of oil at the very end. Ignore the warmth spreading in your chest at the scent of her cocoa butter lotion, forcing your nostrils open, showing their open joy at anything other than the stench of bleach and methylated spirits wafting through every hall of the hospital except the ablution block. You harden your jaw. "Is Chipego coming?" Bahama laughs, the laugh you used to laugh, taking up all the empty spaces. "God is good. Say something else." She places your palm in hers. They are the same dirt brown you see after the rains. She has a big mole where her forefinger meets her thumb. "We haven't heard your voice all week, my baby. Thank God you're healing. Talk to me." She won't stop talking long enough to let you. The phrase is stolen, my baby. Stolen from you. It's something you sprinkled on Chipego to make her smile. When she brought back a report card filled with A's and the number 1, her position in class. When she remembered to wash the plates after lunch before running back into the street to play. When she didn't drench her hair in the bathroom right after you paid 1,000, I'm not sure what the, but it's K1000 for it to be blow dried as she wailed in the Kamwala market salon. When she remembered to touch the floor with her knees as she served nshima to her uncles. When she said mukwai whenever an adult called her instead of her usual disrespectful eh. Your heart cracks as you remember when the saying first hooked itself into you. You were 8, hiding in your family munda among maize stalks, having braided each cob instead of pulling weeds out of the dirt like your cousins were doing. When Bahama approached you and surveyed your handiwork, she didn't pinch your cheeks or drag you out of the field by the arms. She beamed at you. Well done, my baby. You can braid now. You pry your hand out of hers and look at Gaba. Water. You cup your fingers around an invisible glass and bring it to your mouth. Bahama leaps to her feet to place the plastic bottle to your lips. She holds your head up with her hand and wipes the dribble from your neck with the sleeve of her pink chiffon skirt. You want to spit it in her face. What could be keeping her so busy at home, arranging flowers for the occasional customer? You squint at her performance and grimace. Sorry. You swallow spit, water, and pride. And then the third one is my baby. Just then, Chipego bounces and wearing her gray uniform, ripped on one side and covered in dust. You swallow. This is her second visit since you were admitted a month ago. Last time she was bursting with stories. Who had done what at school last week, which game she was expert in and was now beating all the boys at. Unlike you, she hangs on the branches of the trees she climbs, dropping to the ground only when she wants to. She has your skinny legs, but not the knocked knees. They carry her faster than yours ever did, winning races for her school where you'd quit halfway, pretending to faint, anything to not finish last. She had slaughtered a chicken because the maid you hired right before this was too scared to do it. To prove she was ready for her upcoming grade 7 examinations, Chipego had memorized her current affairs. On her last visit, she recited world news to you. Princess Diana died on 31st August last year. 1997. Edith Nawakwi is the first female finance minister of Zambia. Now your daughter just blinks at you, mouth agape. Is it agape or agape? Come, you croak. Gaba fluffs your pillows. Come, you whisper this time. Oh, you croak. Chipego doesn't move. Panic clamps itself around your neck. Are you now invisible too? So she's wondering to herself if she is actually... Oh, kwacha. Thank you, Ms. Vina. So kwacha is the Zambian currency. Thank you. Hey, you see, we learn things when we're reading. So she's wondering if she's also invisible in her sickness. And because her baby doesn't want to come to her. An inaudible scream. Come, my baby. You realize the room is filled with faces other than Gabas, Bahamas, and Chipegos. Cousins you haven't seen since your younger sister threw her last lavish party for her 3-year-old jumping castle and 3 cakes. Aunts who've been feuding with your mother for years, however close by, lips pursed and arms pushing their breasts into their chins. In the corner, your sister Luyando is peering over heads like she was forced to go to the zoo. With her long hair pinned back, stretching the skin on her face and arching her eyebrows, she looks like you once did. She clears her throat. Sissy? Her cheeks burn red where the bleach has started peeling off her skin. The aunties move aside, leaving just enough room for Luyando to glide through to the bed. She fiddles with her hoops, dabs rogue off the corners of her mouth, and settles her gaze on the heel on the blanket created by your feet. You know we are all praying for you. Amen, the aunts chorus. In fact, let us pray. You watch them close their eyes, press their palms together, and bow their heads. Luyando calls God every name but God. On Sundays, it was you who boarded a crammed minibus to Christ Ministries Church. You who dropped to the floor, speaking tongues each week when the pastor asked people to welcome Jesus into their heart. You tested your last 7 days, drank wine until I nodded off in a friend's room, gossiped about new roommates' body odor. You heeded your pastor's call every Sunday. Luyando attends church once a month as if she's reminding God she's still there. When she ends her prayer with the sign of the cross, only then do you press your eyelids together while fisting your fingers into balls. Bahama, you hear yourself say, yes, please leave Chipego and me alone for a minute. You signal with your eyes at your daughter, still standing next to the door. Bahama's eyes glisten. She pats herself down and laugh talks. Let us give them some privacy. Privacy, you'd cackle if you could. The doors in the house you grew up in didn't have any locks except the one to her bedroom and the pantry. Kapa huddles over a bucket of your belongings, arranging and rearranging blankets over chidenges, socks, and underwear. She hasn't left your side since you admitted. She's like a new mother with her newborn, as if you will stop breathing if she looks away. Kapa, please. She nods and leads the train of women out. The women squeeze Chipego's shoulder, nudging her closer to your bed. When the door closes, the girl sniffles and wipes her eyes. Chipego, your voice shakes. My baby. She shuffles first and then bolts towards you, burying her face in your chest. When she pulls away to look at you, you see she's lost her earrings again. There are specks of dirt in her loose puff. Mummy? It's as if she's not sure it's you lying under the blankets. Don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry. She's not even saying it, she's thinking it. Yes, baby, it's me. You smell her hair, the familiar smell of ducks in your nostrils. Her eyes search your face. Her thick brows disappear into a V on her forehead. Mommy, please, come back. Here's the girl you raised alone, your fearless child. She's been reduced to sobs in your arms as though she's 4, wanting to follow you around, wailing when she's told no. You sigh. It will be fine, my baby. The question mark forms itself. It trails other questions behind it. Who would remember to add Mabisi to Chipego's samp? What use had it been to teach her how to wash dirty dishes with just 1 bucket of water? Would she enjoy the flaps of skin dangling between her legs, which you'd insisted she pull for her future husband? You know from Gapa's hunched back, out of the room, from the flame of AIDS searing through your veins, you know you won't be going back home. You try to meet her eyes, but the stupid things in the room keep drawing your gaze instead. Those impossibly blue curtains, a black bird perched on the branches of a tree outside, the boy and girl holding the coat of arms on the flashing image on the screen. How do you cram a lifetime of lessons into one moment? The things you should have said instead of teaching Jibego to sit with her legs closed, to wash her underwear in the bucket of bath water, wring it dry, and hang it somewhere no one would see it. There will be bad days sometimes, you whisper, but it will be beautiful again someday. Yeah. That was It Will Be Beautiful Again Someday. Yeah, how do you cram a lifetime of lessons into one moment? So she could feel herself dying, and yes, Ms. Weiner is asking, was she talking about the pulling of the labia? Yes, she was. Zintatu says she's still throwing shade even when she yes, even when she's like parents and comparing their children to other children. Yeah. That was Kumbu. Zintatu says, for someone who hasn't ran in months, your cough is not so terrible. I thought I was dying. I only did 4 or 3 kilometers around the block. Shoo, that, like, Mubanga writes so beautifully. Guys, I can't wait to read this book. Remember, I read it for you guys earlier in the year. Gosh, I'm talking as if it's been months of reading, but it has been months of reading, actually, because I've been reading since this short story that I just read is from Mubanga Kalimamukwento, who is the author of The Mourning Bird. This is published by Jacana. She won the Dinaane Debut Fiction Award for this book, and it was published in 2019. So it is published by Jacana. So if you could please support Jacana and go and buy this book. Maybe we can co-read later in the year. Guys, I'm buying so many books. I'm just like, oh my gosh. I must stop. We must stop. If you missed this, if you missed the reading, it will be saved on IGTV and it will be on YouTube in the next hour. Ms. Weiner says, can we please see the books underneath Queenie? It was on yesterday's story. I got these from Quilla, so NB Publishers. Her writing reads like poetry almost, right? Yes, Ms. Weiner, I got this last month as well. I got this last month with another book. Oh yes, I got this last month with this book. These 2 books from, I got these, let me show you. I got this by, I don't know if you can see the cover. It's if Kifilo Mabote's Influencer Deluxe, from Soweto to Milan. This is co-written with Lebo Grand. It's actually very conversational. So if you're into social media and whatnot, so she gives tips on that. And I got this for adults only by Ava Maza. I know the first one. This is a series, the Sex Lies in Stellenbosch. So this is the the next one after that. I need to get Sex, Lies, and Stellenbosch before I read this one, so I'm just parking it for now. Sex, Lies, Declassified is the one. And yeah, I got this. Hard Rain by Irma Venter. Love, Lies, and Murder in East Africa. So if you are into murder mysteries, that's the... And then yesterday I got this from NB Publishers, but all of these are wait, all of these are by Quella. I know there's one missing. Oh, the other one, hey, the other one, I'm reading it. It's actually in my bedroom. Like, check the stories, but it's the quick and quirky guide to... Let me just check the title of it, but you must check it. Quick, quirky guide to quirky quick guide to having great sex. It's also published by NB, so it's published by Quella. It's nonfiction. So this is The Fall. It's Jen Thorpe is the editor of the Living While Feminist and Feminism Is. So she wrote a fiction book. So that's something. I love the cover. We should be reading it in maybe tomorrow or something. And this is also by Quella, Femicide in South Africa, by Nihama Brody. Yeah. So some nonfiction as well. And Lansdowne Dearest, My Family's Story of Forced Removals by Bronwyn Davids. So this is also nonfiction. And the other one is Quirky Quick Guide to Having Great Sex. Let me just show you the cover. I don't know if you can see that. It's yellow. I'll show you the cover. I can't go into the bedroom. Ish, guys. I'm not gonna go. I don't want to waste your time. But yeah, that's something else. It's nice, and it's also written. It has a big sticker that says for adults. Yeah, and it's very quick actually. So yes, I am reading that. It's in my bedroom. Yeah. So all of these are from Quella. Yeah, I'll do a book haul post soon on this. Maybe I will do it during the weekend after I take pictures. And then yeah. Hold on. I wanna read your I want to read your comments. Okay, can we see the books underneath? Queenie. Zindatu says her writing reads like poetry almost. Yeah. And I see you've got Kefula's book. I think you need to do a bookshelf tour for us. How? Zainab says, I think you need to do a bookshelf tour for us. Oh wow, never heard of a bookshelf tour before. Sounds great. So Zainab says, that's Zindatu, and Zainab says, I keep trying to squint at what's in the background. Oh, thanks for sharing. Yesterday we had load shedding, hence I missed out. Yeah, I remember. So maybe I will, Zainab. There's a lot of... So last month or earlier this month, when the whole Media 24 Awards thing was happening, I actually ended up spreading all my books out and separated them by publishing house. I just wanted to see the number of books that are published. Like I separated them by black authors by publishing houses, but everything is by publishing house first and foremost. So this will be Jonathan Ball, this will be Pan Macmillan, and Jacana, and then it goes down. But yeah, So we will do a tour. I don't know how to do a tour. A book. Zainab, you must tell me, how do we do a like a bookshelf tour? Like, I don't know. I've never done that, but yeah, that is something to look at. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I actually enjoyed it. I'm going to suggest that you guys check out dukelitmag.com. Um, so it is founded by Mutaleni Nadimi and Remy Ngamije, who is the author of The Eternal Audience of One, published by Blackbird Books. Yeah. So you guys must check that out. If you maybe in a reading slump, I would suggest that you actually check out online literary magazines like Duke Lit Mag. Check out James Marua. His website also has a lot of posts on African literature. Also follow Books and Rhymes. I follow Books and Rhymes, and every Wednesday evening, although we are behind, and her 8 p.m. I think is our 10 or something like that. So I watch that Wednesday evening live. Yeah, check out, like, follow all these bookish accounts for to read more diverse books. Like yesterday I was saying earlier that Books and Rhymes, Sarah was like encouraging people to just read wide. Yeah, expand your reading abilities. I think over the past 3 months of lockdown, I've been encouraged to read more broadly, and that's been, yeah, I think with more time I will start reading all these books that I've been getting. I mean, Bargain Books is also doing the things, so yo, and the like JHB pre-loved books, Zainab and Shazia has a bookshelf sale as well. So at bookshelf sale and at JHB pre-loved books, follow that as well. Oh my word, look guys, like, hey. No, also, like, I'm not pressurizing myself. I'm not putting, is it even a word? Pressure? Yeah, I'm not going to pressurize myself. I'm not putting myself under pressure. I will read I'm actually on target. My target is 12 books a year, and I'm actually reading my 9th book. So I'm even 3 books ahead of schedule, because what month are we in now? July. So I could even surprise myself this year, courtesy of the lockdown and co-reading. Reading with other people is actually encouragement to keep reading and read more books. So maybe look at that as well if you're struggling to read. But yeah, Duke Lit Mag, check that out, guys. And there's a lot of fiction as well in there, fiction and non-fiction, short stories and essays and whatnot. There's a lot. Just check out at Duke Lit Mag on Instagram and dukelitmag.com. So DOEKLITMAG.com. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. I will see you guys. That target doesn't apply under lockdown. Excuse you, Ms. Weiner. No, it still does, Jim. Mina, I'm almost driven crazy by 2 little people running around. So I need my break sometimes from reading. But yes, yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Tomorrow we will probably read from one of these books. I'm not sure. We'll see. Let me know if you'd like me to read anything. Maybe tomorrow we can do the bookshelf tour, and then we decide all together what. Hi, Black Barb. Hi, Black Barb. Let me see. I don't like calling people with their with. Hi, Ntokozo. How are you? Thank you guys. Give them still playing so they sleep. Miss Vina says we must read Queenie tomorrow. Okay, so you're voting for Queenie. Okay. We will sample that tomorrow. We will sample anything. We'll do a tour and then we will see. Right? Is that when? Imagine my poor babies, but really still paying me. Okay. I'd rather go outside to the garage and go read in the garage if I can't get like some peace here. And I'm reading Bomboy, but I haven't started. So remember I read Bomboy for you guys. I think last month I read Bomboy and I said I was gonna read. We actually decided that we were gonna co-read it. So I will start with it this weekend. Yeah. Guys. Like yes, you're late. I'm done. There's like 2 minutes left and the live is gonna end just now. So I just read from an online literary magazine. I didn't read from a book. But yeah, you will check out IGTV. I'm gonna load it up. And I'm gonna make a nice picture tomorrow with like my book haul from NB Publishers. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Don't be late. Tomorrow is Friday. Yeah. Happy reading for tonight. I hope you won't be met by load shedding tonight. And if you're watching this afterwards, read again. Bye, guys. I'll see you at 5 tomorrow. Please watch this live on IGTV. I will put it up on the stories as well. And then I would please like to say I have actually gotten the target of 50 subscribers before 30 days. Because, yeah, I started last month. So, yeah, 50. So we will be having a giveaway from, I don't want to confirm the day, but next week we're running a competition to celebrate 50 subscribers. And I'm going to please ask you to encourage everyone to subscribe. For those of you who can't join here, and then you can actually watch after on YouTube. So yes, thank you. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.